What's up, Degens? Me, Manix. Well, a few days ago, we launched the much anticipated version 2 of the Degen Checkerbot for the purpose of hunting for Solana wallets for copy trading. Now, this is the video from that live stream going through the updates and some of the features for the new version 2 Checkerbot. I do apologize for the quality of the live stream, but it should do for now while I'm recording a full resolution video for you guys at a later date. So watch this video, get up to speed with the Degen Checkerbot version 2, and if you're new, haven't joined the Degen Checkerbot yet, the links are in the description of this video. All the links mentioned in the live stream are also in the description of the video, so make sure you check that out. Make sure you join the Degen Meme Calls Premium community. As you can see here, community members are still printing really well in the community, copy trading with the Degen Checkerbot. Finding those profitable wallets is much easier now with the Degen Checkerbot version 2. So printing quite well, the community, even in this bad market. So don't fade the Degen Checkerbot with finding profitable wallets. Links to the Checkerbot are in the description below, as well as the premium channel, all linked in the description below. Okay, enjoy the video. Talk to you soon. Cheers. All right, the Degen Checkerbot version 2 is here. So for those who use the Degen Checkerbot, the version 2 has already been upgraded for you guys to utilize, so do not hesitate to jump in and utilize Degen Checkerbot version 2. It is absolutely blisteringly fast and has some great new features, which we're going to jump in and show you right now. So we have, among the new features, a new settings button. We have a batch size of 100 wallets that you can scan at one time. We have batch filters that you can set, so when you do scan batch wallets, then you only get the wallets that you really want to look at and be interested in. So that is a huge time saver. Not only is it super fast, but you'll only get wallets that you're really interested to look at. And then obviously the huge speed improvement. There's a trading period selection that you can select, and we're going to go through all these one by one. And then you can auto scan contract checks. If you want to scan a token contract, you can get the top 100 profitable wallets and instantly auto scan those wallets directly within the Degen Checkerbot version 2. And like I said, version 2 is available now. All you have to do is open up the Degen Checkerbot. It's all been updated in the background, so you don't have to do anything. Just open up the Checkerbot and jump in and see these new features. So all you need to do is click on the start. So the start menu, and when you click on the start menu, it'll provide you with an updated menu, which has the new settings button right here. So the settings button will take you and allow you to select trading periods for the wallets that you want to scan. So when you scan a wallet, it will provide the trading period that you select here. So all of the trades within that period. And then once you've selected the trading period, you can activate your batch filters. So you'll need to activate your batch filters. Right now it might be red. You'll need to make this green. So click on the batch filters to activate that, and then click on the batch settings. And when you click on the batch settings, it'll be very similar to the vault settings that you're very familiar with. I'm searching for the vault, but these will be specific for the batch filters. So the batch filters, you'll see the information above here, above the menu. 7 days, last 7 days from the current date. 14 days, last 14 days from the current date. We also have 21, 30, and 45 days trading periods as well. Now, batch requests in legacy mode are limited to 30 wallets per batch. So I wouldn't worry about using legacy mode. That's the previous version of the bot. The latest version uses a much more speedy system that RAF has put together, and it's very speedy and very cool, and staying at the same price. For Degen Checkerbot premium version, only $30 per month just for the Checkerbot by itself. If you want the access to the Telegram channel and the Telegram support as well, and the Degen Meme Calls premium channel, then it's $45 per month. But this particular one is only $30 per month if you just want the Checkerbot by itself, if you're only interested in copy trading. So that is a fantastic thing. Upgraded the Degen Checkerbot, made it incredibly faster, incredibly more efficient, and stayed at the same price. So keep that in mind. Now, batch filters. Now click on batch settings here, and you'll get over to the batch filters side of things. So the first thing you'll be able to read above the menu for the batch filters is set a single value, min or max, or both to create ranges. Setting a value to 0 means for min, no minimum limit, for max, no maximum limit. So for each particular metric, you can set a min and max limit. If you don't want to filter for that particular metric, just leave it at 0. So that is very easy. Sometimes if you're having trouble getting wallets returned from doing batch filters, you can turn a few filters off to try and return a few more wallets, so you can manually check some wallets to make sure they are good or bad. That's sometimes an easier way to do it. Examples: min 60%, max 0 filters, 0 equals filter wallets with 60% plus win rate. P&L minimum 5, max 10, filters wallets with a P&L between 5 and 10 sol. Last trade 5 days equals only includes wallets traded in the last 5 days. Important numeric values only, example 60 for 60%, 5.5 for 5.5 sol. Do not include symbols or letters. Now with the batches, you can scan up to 100 wallets at a time. So you can copy and paste 100 wallets, or you can scan a contract to get the top 100 wallets from a contract and automatically scan those wallets. Now don't worry, we're going to go through and test out all these features in the Degen Checker Bot version 2 very shortly. The batch filters, much like searching the vault, you can now create filters that will bypass the wallets that you're not interested in. This all happens within a few seconds and will save you a shitload of time for your wallet hunting. I can tell you, it does save you that much time. So these are the menu items that you can change, or the metrics that you can filter for when it comes to the batch filters. Exactly the same as the vault filters. So when you're searching the vault, you get the same detailed and expert filter settings here. Now they're available for batch filters. So when you click on that batch settings button, it'll take you over to here. It'll get you that little menu there as well, but it'll take you where you can select your metrics here, and it will filter out wallets that don't fit in within these metrics. Now again, like I said earlier, if you find that you're not getting enough wallets returned, try and loosen up the filters a little bit, or even turn some off. So sometimes it's better to manually check. Sometimes it's better to manually check wallets just to make sure you're not missing out on potentially good wallets. So this all happens, like I said, within a few seconds. The results from your batch scans will be displayed after the scan has finished, and they'll be displayed like this, and it'll tell you why wallets were excluded from your scan. So here in this particular scan, my filters were too tight. I didn't get any wallets returned, but we have a balance here. So 91 of the wallets didn't have any balance left, so I'm not interested in any wallets that have balance. Average duration was a little bit off for some of these wallets, 8 of them, and then the ROI was below what I'd set for my filters. So we're going to go through and do some tests on these and show you how they work, and see if we can get some results to add to TradeWiz tonight. Now there's also other updates that you may not be aware of. The contract scan /CA will give you a contract scan where you paste in the contract. The contract scan or token scan looks for the top traders and will automatically scan the top 100 traders by default if you do not set a number. So if you just leave the contract scan without setting a number, you'll get the top 100. But if you do want to get a specific number of wallets for a particular contract, then put the number at the end of that contract, like the example here. So here we have /CA, the contract, and then 250. So that's going to get me the top 250 traders for that contract. And then I'll be able to download that specific spreadsheet to look at those 250 traders. Now, for example, you have here /CA, contract 200, get you 200 top traders, and then 500 or 1000. Now you do need to keep in mind that you won't be able to auto scan 250 wallets. If you do hit the analyze traders, it'll only scan the top 100. So you will need to download that spreadsheet. If you do get more than 100 wallets, you'll need to download that spreadsheet and go through and individually copy and paste wallets if you do want to scan some of those. But right now, that is an amazing cool feature, especially being able to analyze traders directly within the Degen Checkerbot version 2. Now there's other features happening for the Degen Checkerbot version 2. Now there's also a backup bot, Degen Checker V2 bot. So if you want to get access to a backup bot, then there's also other features, a command for all buyers. So if you want to get all buyers from a contract, and also a command for all green trades or all profitable trades, that is coming soon. That's not available yet, but coming soon. Do I have is my hair all funny, is it? I'm sorry about that. I think I put gel in my hair. Usually it's shaved, so. So let's jump in and have a quick run on testing some of these features for the Checkerbot version 2. So let's jump over to So like I said, if you're familiar or you already use Degen Checkerbot, you do not have to do anything to update. All you need to do is jump back into the Degen Checkerbot, hit the start button, and you'll see the new settings here. So if we jump in and have a look at the settings, you'll see the same information that I gave to you earlier: 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 30 days, and 45 days. I'm going to stick with 7 days for now. And my batch filters are active because that's green, so that's all good. Now my batch filters are kind of open at the moment. I'm hoping I'll get some wallets to return to be able to test for TradeWiz tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to get some potential. Let's turn that off. Wallets back. So what I do right at the moment is I jump over the Degen Premium channel where we have our calls, and I have the Rickbert bot where I can actually get the last 7 days and the top tokens performed over the last 7 days. And what I like to do with that information is grab the contract for a token like RFC, which is one that we just looked at, which hit 30 million and was quite a good, healthy token. So we can take that contract, we can jump back over to the Degen Checkerbot, and we could go /CA, and I only want the top 100 wallets from this particular contract, so I'm just going to leave that as default and not actually put any number in there. So we don't need to put any number in there, and that'll get me the top 100 traders literally within seconds. And then we can go through and scan and analyze the traders. So that took about 5 seconds to get the top 100 traders for that. That's actually a bit slow compared to what I've been seeing from my usage. So let's not worry about downloading this spreadsheet, and let's just straight analyze the trades. And these traders will come back depending on whether they meet these filter requirements here. So let's try this, see if we can get any wallets back. So analyzing 100 wallets, this might take a few seconds. And there we have 100 submitted, 91 excluded, 46 from balance, so no Solana. Average duration 32 was skipped, trading period 9, and win rate 2, PNL 2. So duration, what have I got for duration? That's just interesting. Oh. Let's turn that off. Turn the average duration off, and let's do that again. See if we can get some wallets back. Analyze those. Voila, we got one. Now, I don't care if it's one 2, 5, or 10. I'm only interested in the wallets that I want to have a look at that meet my requirements. So this has saved me a ton of time looking at wallets that I'm not interested in. So we can see here, 171 Sol, trading period a little bit short, 34 P&L, ROI 40%, 57% win rate, average invested 12 Sol. So not a bad result. Let's have a look at some of these trades. So 5 to 30K 2, 30 to 104, 300K plus 1. So not too bad. This is a wallet that you probably want to keep an eye on. Maybe you can put that into TradeWiz, run some tests with his trades, see how he performs before scaling up. That's an interesting one. Let's do one more scan for a contract. Let's do the next one down, Solana. Solana trades. Sorry. Solana, let's do another contract scan. See how this one comes back. Again, skipped most of those, balance 91, ROI 6. So 91 of those wallets are not trading anymore. Got no Solana left. So very interesting. Maybe that was one of those bad ones. Now it's worth having a look at these particular tokens in detail before scanning them, just to find out whether they're actually a healthy token that ran up nicely, or whether they've been, bundled or not. Probably worth taking that time to do those checks, because that will also help kind of minimize the need for scanning every single contract. Because if you can see that a contract has been pumped and dumped through bundles, then you don't really need to go through the process of finding traders that are going to try, because most of those traders are not going to be very good to copy trade anyway. So try one more here before we do some other tokens, other wallet scans. Top traders, let's analyze those. Again, nothing. Balance 44, trading period 7, P&L 31, ROI 3. So these are all the wallets that have been skipped according to the problems that they have. The trading period is too short, or doesn't meet your requirements. The balance is no longer there. The profit and loss is also not there. So let's just quickly have a look. So maybe turn that off. I don't need to have numbers for those kind of, see the balance as well. Is probably that's probably what's causing it, actually, me putting actual numbers in there. So if you get to a max percentage, you don't really need to utilize, if you just want to leave it open. So total trades, just leave that open. Some of these other ones you do want to make sure, let's go 65 for that you do set a limit. Like for sold more percentage, 20% is a good max. Average buys per day, 20 is good. I mean, you can filter out trades as well. Snipes per day, per token, or per trader, 20%. So always good to keep those. You don't really want traders that are smashing in and out of trades and gonna just dump on you. So let's do one more of that last contract. See if we can get a hit. No hits there again. So again, like I said, you need to spend some time just scanning contracts, as many as you can. Like this is you're going to filter out a lot of wallets, but there's probably mostly wallets that you don't really want to mess with anyway. So you're going to have a lot more time to scan a lot more wallets. So you're eventually going to hit on between 1 and 10 wallets if you spend a couple of hours doing this every time you do wallet hunts. You're going to find a few wallets that are going to definitely bring you some returns. And now we've got 5 wallets processed here out of 100 scans. Now this is fantastic. I don't really want those other wallets that don't fit my filters. So this is great. ROI 80%, PNL 62, win rate 57. So that looks interesting. So we've got a handful of wallets that we can look further into detail on these as well. So that is contract scan by itself. Now you can copy and paste wallets as well, up to 100 at a time. So let's have a look at some other ideas for potential wallets. So if you have gone through what you feel is enough scanning contracts through various sources on Degen Checkerbot, and you feel like you've reached your resources for that, there are definitely other resources out there that can give you wallets that you can scan. So that'll give you multiple wallets that you can scan. So there's GMGN among other platforms like Proton and BullX. All those other platforms will give you potential smart money wallets to scan. Now, I don't know about exporting these wallets or scraping these wallets to get scanned, maybe something to look into. June will obviously give you wallets, and there's Myzar, which I'm talking about in a few videos or a couple of my next videos. Solana has just been launched on Myzar. You can get some smart money wallets from there as well. And obviously, if you have a list of calls, you can grab those wallets as well. Let's just jump over and have a quick look at first June. Now, there is a link to this particular page for June to find wallets on June as well. Now, if you want to find some extra wallets after you've done your Degen Checkerbot contract scans and other wallet checks on there, there is definitely some other wallets on June to find. Now, you can run this query, which at the bottom has filters very much like that of the Degen Checkerbot. Now, some of these wallets you might find crossover on Degen Checkerbot, maybe not, but it's worth trying anyway to try and get some other wallets to scan. So with this query here that I've got set up and run, I've got about 10 to 15 or 10 or more wallets that I can scan on Degen Checkerbot. So I've thrown those into a little Excel spreadsheet here where I can just copy those wallets and just paste them into the Degen Checkerbot. And let's run those as well. So again, you can scan up to 100 wallets. We're going to try potentially 100 wallets shortly. Let's try these first. All you need to do is put each wallet on a new line and then just hit enter, and the Degen Checkerbot will scan all of those wallets. And now those worked out pretty well. So from those 14 wallets, I got 5 hits under my filters. So 5 of those wallets fit within my filters as well. So that's good. Now I've got 10 or so wallets from these short scans that I've done within the last 20 minutes. So 10 wallets is plenty. Let's go for a few more though. Let's have a look at some other wallets for maybe the calls. So I have a bunch of call wallets here. So I definitely have over 100 wallets here. So let's just try. Let's give Degen Checkerbot a good test. I think that might be 100, if that's counting up correctly. Let's give Degen Checkerbot 100 wallets, paste it in, and see what it comes back with. Now, these are coal wallets. I wouldn't recommend copy trading coals, but you know, you never know. Let's find out how they pan out with the Degen Checkerbot under these filters. So 100 wallets. So we have 100 submitted, 0 processed, 77 excluded, 23 failed, 46 for balance. So no Solana, trading period is not right, P&L is not there, I guess. Average duration is not right. So out of those 100 wallets from the calls, 77 were excluded and 23 failed. So that's fine. I wasn't expecting any results from the calls. You don't really want to be copy trading calls anyway. That was just me testing out the scanning of those 100 wallets in the Degen Checker Bot version 2, which you might have noticed took just a few seconds, which is insanely fast. Now we have other options as well. Obviously GMGN and Mizar. Now it's a different approach when you go through GMGN. They have their smart money section. You can obviously try and look for some good wallets here. Now you'll find the stats for GMGN smart money wallets will be different to what we produce on the Degen Checker Bot scan. So this is why I always utilize the Degen Checker Bot, because I trust the results that I get. I trust the data that I get. I do not trust the data from a platform like GMGN or other platforms like this. I make sure I do the scans for each wallet inside the Degen Checker Bot. So for example, let's just have a quick look at this one, Smart Money Wallet. There we go. GMGN wallet, the Smart Money Wallet. 7 Solana over the last, well, it's just started trading, so 138 ROI, win rate 100%. So whenever you see that win rate of 100%, you're kind of looking at a potential red flag, but this guy's only done one trade. So therefore, you can look at smart money wallets on GMGN, but you have to realize, there you go, it's only been trading for an hour. How long they've been trading for. So let's do one more from GMGN, and not so good. So this was a smart money wallet that was provided by GMGN. Results not great in Degen Wallet Checker. I much prefer to trust the feedback from the Degen Wallet Checker. Obviously you can go in and have a look at this report in more detail. There are other options as well as Mizar. Now Mizar has just launched their Solana side of the platform, so you can jump into Solana. The link to Mizar and GMGN is also in the description of this video. You can jump over to their research on Mizar, and you can also find smart money wallets or smart wallets here as well. Now, there's a lot of wallets here. I don't know of any way of being able to export these. I'm sure there's no way of doing that, but you can just go through and individually check these wallets and then do a cross check with Degen Checker Bot. So say, for example, let's try this one. Super fast, super fast. So trading period 3 days. So not so great. Win rate 40%, average invested 42. So, you know, it's kind of a lot easier to do the wallets in bulk if you have the ability to do them in bulk. So grab contracts. Wait until you find a token that's been running for a couple of days. If it's a good performing token, then scan that token. Don't scan tokens that are pump and dumps, because you'll never get good traders from pump and dumps. So that is the latest updates. Now, there are some updates to TradeWiz that have come through recently, and I'm going to take some of these wallets now and put them in TradeWiz to show you how I go through setting up some test trades for the copy traders, as well as scaling up. But some of the new features for TradeWiz: support for Meteora, trading pool, including manual trading, copy trading, and limit orders. Sell initials allows users to quickly sell their cost basis with one click. And there's a new trading pool, Moonshot, now supports manual trading, copy trading, and limit orders as well. Processor update: new users will have next block as the default setting with customization options available. So that is some interesting updates for TradeWiz. Now, I need to go into more detail about TradeWiz's updates, because there's been a lot of updates in the back end for TradeWiz. So look out for a new video on that coming shortly, within the next couple of weeks. So for those who are avid TradeWiz traders, copy traders, keep an eye out for that, because they are always evolving and always improving. So let's have a look at doing some additions of new wallets, how to test the wallets, and how to scale the wallets. Now, if you want to have a look in more detail about this particular strategy of testing wallets first and then scaling up to make profits, make sure you check out the linked video in the description below in the YouTube channel. Make sure you check out that video in more detail. There is a lot more detail to this strategy. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these wallets that looked good from our batch scans and potentially put them into TradeWiz to, you know, do some test trading and then potentially scale up if they're any good. So what we're looking for is something a bit more longer trading period. So let's have a look at, you know, there's 6 days here. So generally what I would do, if you notice from all of my copy trading videos, I would go through and download these spreadsheets for these wallets and go through in greater detail to find out whether these wallets actually do perform quite well through looking at their transactions, their transaction history, looking at their gas fees, etc., and looking at the kind of trades that they do. And you can see a lot of that information is right here as well. So the kind of market caps they get into, the distribution of their profits right here as well is quite amazing to look at. So you can get a lot of information directly from these previews right here. But if you want to look at more detail, look at the trades, you can download the spreadsheet. I won't go into that detail here tonight, but I will just show you quickly what I do when I do find a wallet that's worth testing. Now, this one might be okay. We've got a lot of trades between 5 and 30K. We'll give that a go anyway. We might be able to filter out ones that are below a specific threshold, which is what I normally do anyway. So we have a range 2 to 5x, 1 to 2x is where majority of the profits are happening for him. And then we have a number of trades. Not too bad, actually, not too bad, doing pretty well. So let's just copy this wallet address and I'm going to jump over to TradeWiz and I'm going to show you, oops, let's jump into copy trading. And, you know, I've got a lot of wallets here that I need to clean up. Obviously, not testing these anymore. I've obviously tested and traded with these wallets and then turned them off as they've turned bad. What I would normally do is go back through and scan all of these wallets to make sure they are still either not performing or have started coming good again. But now I've got a few green wallets here that I'm testing right now. So if I jump into one of these wallets, you'll see. Normally, I would suggest if you're just testing a wallet, 0.001 to make sure you can just test the wallet first without losing too much money, turning off the buy tip and the sell tip, and they're just utilizing the gas fee, the buy and sell gas fee in order to get into trades. If you're just testing, it's probably the way to go for testing. If you do scale up, then start to think about using these tips here as well. So what I normally do is I'll take this template, 0.001 if I'm testing, and then I've got a market cap of 15K. So anything below 15K, it will skip. I'm not interested in anything below. That's kind of, sometimes I'm even 20 to 25, even higher than that. 15K is probably the lowest I will go. For testing purposes, it's probably okay. So for this particular template, pretty simple. Keep everything open, 0.001, only set the market cap, and then leave the auto sell function off and the copy sell true with sell position ratio true. So what I want to do with each wallet that I'm testing is to find out whether it's good to copy trade his every buy and sell, or whether I should set my own copy sells auto sell function here. So I'm going to copy these settings for a new wallet. I'm going to paste in a new wallet here, and then I'm going to give the tag PX1 here, and that is how I set up testing a new wallet. Simply using a template from a previous test or a wallet that I'm currently testing, and I just copy those settings and then jump straight in and then hit create. Now what will happen is I will then start testing start testing the trades with that wallet and seeing how they go, and especially with these other wallets that I'm testing as well. If things go well, then I'll be able to see how things performed, and then be able to set these settings accordingly. So if I found that following the sell position ratio to true, if I found that was not good, then I'll turn that off, and then I'll set also my own auto sells as well. So in order to have a bit of a backup if something goes wrong in terms of dumping down too hard, down below 50%, 70%, 80%, I do want to have some stop loss there. I do want to have some take profit levels as well. So depending on how things perform, I will obviously turn the sell position ratio off, but if things perform perfectly well, I will leave this as is, and then I'll adjust this max buy here to 0.1. And again, keeping an eye on this wallet, I will make sure things perform well. If he gets 3 hits in a row where he has a loss 3 times in a row, then I turn that wallet off and I move on to the next one, which is what you can see I've been doing with all of these wallets here. So I need to clean these up, make sure first check them to see if they're not trading anymore, or if they're doing good or bad. Perhaps I can turn them back on, you never know. So if things are performing well, scaling up is important. And if things continue to perform well, scale up again to 0.2 and continue scaling up. I wouldn't suggest going above 0.3. 0.3 is probably good enough to try and get some profits. You don't want to get too greedy when it comes to scaling up, because things can turn around quite quickly and you can lose your bag very, very quickly. So again, that link to the strategy, this particular strategy where you test your wallets first and then scale up, is in the description of this video. So I do suggest looking at that in greater detail if you do want to get more information about how to test and scale up. But that is the way to do it. Test wallets first and scale up after things are performing well. If things don't go well on the test, then move on, find another wallet. And as you've seen in this previous, in this video tonight, on the live stream tonight, it is very easy to find wallets very, very quickly now with the Degen Checkerbot version 2. So do not fade the Degen Checkerbot version 2. Only $30 per month for the premium version if you just want the copy trading side of things. Very, very cool. So that is, again, the TradeWiz updates and how to add wallets and test wallets. But again, that video, full video, is in the description of this video. Make sure you check that out. Keep an eye out for my new TradeWiz video coming out in the next couple of weeks as well, for updates on that as well. My DeFi life.